Coming up on this episode of DL Weekly, a new ticket offer is making it cheaper for kids to visit. More coming to Genie Plus soon. New characters in Avengers Campus.
Some new Magic Key perks. The holiday season is sneaking in. We talk about our Disneyland Day and Disneyana event and more. DL Weekly starts now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard the DL Weekly podcast. Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding. If this is your first time listening, we hope you'll check out our website at DLWeekly.net. If you have more time to spend, becoming an official weekly tier at DLWeekly.net/support is an especially good value. Thanks for traveling with us today, and we hope you have a happy and memorable listen to this week's episode.
Hello and welcome to this episode of DL Weekly for the week of October 11th, 2023. I'm Tag Bushman.
And I'm Teresa Urban. We would like to thank all current weekly tiers, including Kim S., Mallory S., Anna S., and Andrea M. for supporting the show. Your support ensures that the podcast will continue and that we can make it to the parks more often to bring you the latest news and information right from the park. If you would like to become an official weekly tier, head on over to dlweekly.net/support to sign up.
Well, you've heard us talk about our great experiences staying at the Howard Johnson Anaheim. Well, this past week, we stayed there once again, and it was gloriously amazing, as it always is.
Those beds are so comfortable.
Yes. I love their pillows and their blankets and the beds themselves and the shower. Like, everything is great about the Hojo. Well, we've partnered with them to offer our listeners some cool discounts so you can stay there just like we did. Weekly tiers can get 15% off their stay, and Magic Key Holder weekly tiers can get 20% off. To take advantage of these discounts, head on over to DLWeekly.net. Click on the Howard Johnson logo that's on the front page there. There's also some promo codes listed that will get you the discount you qualify for. So go check out our friends over at the Howard Johnson Anaheim and Water Park and let us know if you do stay there, what you thought.
If social media is more your thing, we do have the link also on our Instagram page with the promo codes listed there as well. Now let's get to the news.
Well, soon a new Disneyland ticket offer will be available for cheaper kids tickets. Starting October 24th, kids 3 through 9 can get a ticket starting at $50 per child per day. 1, 2, or 3-day tickets are offered with upgrades such as Genie Plus and park hopping for an additional fee. The tickets can be used from January 8th, 2024 through March 10th, 2024 with no blockout dates. The article linked in our show notes also gives some tips to save money when visiting the resort. I
think this is such a great deal. I mean, $50 ticket, even if you do one park per day, awesome.
Yeah. Some of I just want to cover quick, they have some tips to plan and save. Some of these are kind of obvious, maybe. So, of course, they say plan your Disneyland Resort vacation even further in advance to find dates that work for your schedule at the best price points. Consider multi-day tickets to get the most out of your visit. Save time by using Disney's Genie Plus service, which, whatever. 4, bring your own reusable water bottle, snacks, and stroller, which I can't believe they're giving us that as an option on here, to be honest. Also, in here they said, consider bringing your own reusable water bottle and top off at the water refill stations. The newest location is in San Francisco Square. I did not know that.
We did not see that. Well, we should have checked that out.
Plan your meals ahead of time with mobile food ordering on the Disneyland app. Check hotel options on property and off property for good deals. Carpool, rideshare, or take public transit. And finally, take home memories with complimentary PhotoPass attraction photos.
Now, of course, as always, if this is a deal that you're interested in or you need some better tips for it being your first time or ways to save money or best ways to go with kids, we always like to share that information, but a great resource is, of course, our friends over at Concierge. So if you'd like to take advantage of this ticket offer, be sure to call our friends at Concierge to see if they can help you out with it.
Of course, yeah.
Well, this next story is good news or bad news, depending on your opinion of the Genie Plus service. Starting in November, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, will be added to the service. Runaway Railway currently has individual Lightning Lane access, but will join the standard service. So remember, individual Lightning Lane means you have to pay one price just for that one attraction, so it's going to be lumped in with the group of options that you get with the standard Genie Plus.
Yeah. So, Runaway Railway, we rode on this last trip. Line moved very fast.
Oh, it was wonderful.
I am Little Mermaid. We always can get on. It's always a great, everything's busy. Let's go do Little Mermaid because it moves quick.
It's a people eater.
And now we're adding Genie to these
Yeah.
things, and I think it's going to get rid of those two really great options for quick moving lines.
I was kind of surprised because Tag and I were chatting about this while we were in the parks this last weekend, because with moving Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to standard Genie Plus and not an individual Lightning Lane makes it so that Disneyland now only has one individual Lightning Lane attraction, which is, of course, Rise of the Resistance. But over in DCA, you still have an individual Lightning Lane for Radiator Springs Racers and Web Slingers. I'm more surprised that they didn't switch Web Slingers to be general Genie Plus, because to me that would have made more sense if both of those went down a tier. They were both individual Lightning Lanes, and then they both went to Genie Plus instead. So yeah, but I'm with you. I'm a little nervous about this, especially for Ariel's Under the Sea Adventure. Just look at Monsters, Inc., for example. That one without Lightning Lane does really well on its own, but when you add Lightning Lane to it, the standby standard times get really inflated. I was watching it over the weekend. A lot of times it was either the same standby wait or more than what the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout big ticket attraction was. And I just feel like these smaller rides should, I would say, be more like 30 minutes, not have like an hour wait time for them. So I'm a little sad about it. I get it. Disney's trying to make just Genie Plus look more appealing, and like there's more options, and also make it so that they have more capacity for Genie Plus. But I'm worried about what this is going to do to the park flow. Yeah,
I am sad about it, but I know Disney's not going to get rid of Genie Plus, so I just have to accept that this is the reality. Well, on our visit to the parks this past weekend, we were able to see a new character in Avengers Campus, Ouroboros, or OB, from Loki Season 2. I apologize, I have not watched Loki Season 2, so if I screwed up that name, I 100% apologize. Was out and about with Loki from the new season as well. This character will only be roaming Avengers Campus for a limited time, so be sure to get to the resort soon if you want to catch them.
We actually caught them during Oogie Boogie Bash and kind of had to do a double take, because it was one of those, is that someone's costume that's really, really good, or is that the actual characters? Because it really wasn't.
We had a few times of that.
Yeah, there wasn't too big of a line, because I think a lot of people, especially on Oogie Boogie nights, aren't sure if it's a guest in a really good costume or if it is the character. But it was really fun to see them out meeting and greeting, especially during the ticketed, the special ticketed event. I was kind of assuming they'd only be during the daytime in Avengers Campus, so it was nice to see them also out for Oogie Boogie Bash.
Have you started Loki Season 2?
Not yet.
Did you like Loki Season 1?
I did. I really enjoyed Loki.
I don't really know how to feel about Season 1. I will probably start watching Season 2 when I have some free TV time.
Sure.
But I don't know. I was never really a huge fan of Loki in general. He wasn't like a character I cared. I didn't like him. I thought he was obnoxious, which he's supposed to be. He's
supposed to be, yeah. But I find it comical, his obnoxious, his obnoxious tendencies. I find it comical with how full of himself he is.
My favorite thing is when
purpose.
Hulk smashed him into the ground in Avengers. I thought that was wonderful. But yes, I can understand where you're coming from. I don't know anything about this other character who's now showing up.
I don't either. I'm excited to watch Season 2 to find out. Well, Magic Key holders have some new perks that Disneyland announced this past week through Magic Key Extras Unlocked. The Magic Key Extras Unlocked is a new and easier way for key holders to see what is available with their Magic Key. New additions include a new Photo Pass Magic Shot, a complimentary holiday tote bag coming in November, and a new Magic Key popcorn bucket coming in January with, wait for it, refills. $1.75 refills on this new bucket.
Didn't they used to be cheaper, like $1.50 refills or $1 refills or something?
I'm just happy it's a refillable bucket, because they don't bring those back nearly often enough.
I wish Disneyland would do like the local movie theater does. You buy a popcorn bucket, and then for the year you get, you just know for the whole year, whenever you go, you get
whatever
$1.50, $1.75 refills. I think that'd be great
for Disneyland. Just so you know, our local movie theater does not give you dollar refills.
No, it's
on
for something, which is better than the I think 8 that the large popcorn is up to, or something like that. But anyway, the Magic Key Extras Unlocked section is in the Disneyland app. You can also look it up on their website, they said. So if you go into the Disneyland app and basically go to the Magic Key holder area.
Yeah, so it used to be called the portal. Magic Key portal.
So this is just called the Magic Key Extras Unlocked, to just kind of explain to you, which I actually think is great, because a lot of times we report on these things and then we forget about what they are. So if you go in to the app and you enter the portal, it still says portal. It has this whole section here that talks about all the things that are available to you. And there's also a tab for benefits and discounts. So if you ever need to see at a glance what your Magic Key gets you, you can do that. So like right now, we just talked about the Magic Shot and the tote bag coming in November and the popcorn bucket coming in January. Right now, they've got a special offer in October. And if I click on that to learn more, we've got the photo shots. We've got some Halloween-themed made merchandise things that are coming soon, and a special Magic Key holder destination at Oogie Boogie Bash. So there's a lot of cool things. I'm glad they're listing them somewhere because I feel like sometimes they can get lost.
Ooh, Magic Key holder game cards. Extra fun for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That would have been fun if we would have known about that before. See, I'm really bad about remembering to check this portal. I'm pulling up these game cards. Oh, this is so fun. They're like bingo.
Oh, it's like a bingo card.
Toontown Hysterical Society presents to Magic Key holders this cartoonishly curatorial guide to our exhibition. Ooh, this is fun.
Huh.
It's like a game card. It's like bingo, but it's for the queue. And there's 3 different versions, so you can play, with multiple people. That's really cool.
That is cool. See, look at this. We're learning stuff about the Magic Key extras unlocked.
Don't forget to check the portal or the extras.
Halloween is still a few weeks away, but the resort is already gearing up for the holiday season. Some new items will be for sale this coming season, like a new Mickey Mouse Toy Soldier popcorn bucket, a Kermit the Frog holiday straw clip, which is adorable, a Mickey Mouse-shaped red glitter Jingle Bell glow cube, and more.
The Mickey Mouse Toy Soldier popcorn bucket, I believe, is new this year. It's fun. There's some criticism online already based on where Mickey's chin strap is because it's under his nose instead of under his chin. But I still think it's cute. Also, not to be outdone in cuteness, the reindeer parade sipper will be back again this year. These reindeer are the goofiest.
Its tongue out is so
funniest.
Silly.
They're so comical. And they don't even have a real expression. It's the tongue. The tongue that's just like hanging out of the side of their mouth and their eyes. They just look like goofy. I just love them.
It looks like the lights are on, but no one's home, and the tongue out just adds to it. But it's adorable for sure.
Yes.
The Bell Glow Cube is interesting because it clips to, it comes out of the drink and kind of clips off to the side, which is really neat. And then this Kermit straw, the straw toppers or straw clips in this case, I feel like I don't ever use them for that. I usually just clip them to something else at home to display them. But this one's adorable.
Yeah,
who doesn't
nice
love Kermit?
Keychains. And then another thing, too, is we got a sneak peek of the new outfits that Mickey, Minnie, and the 3 Caballeros will all get for Viva Navidad. They're getting new outfits.
Literally what I was pointing.
They're fun. I like Minnie's dress is purple with a ton of different floral accents, and she's got a really nice floral headband. Mickey's got a nice teal shirt. And then, Donald's got a fun little Santa hat that he's going to be wearing.
Yeah.
Anyways, they look very, very cute. This is if you've never seen the Viva Navidad Street Party, highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Oh, yes.
It's so much fun.
I'm sad that when we went, we missed the Cocoa Street show again, too.
That one's really good, too. Well, ahead of the holiday season, some holiday merchandise has arrived at the resort. We saw it firsthand. New ears, stockings, dinnerware, and almost every other category you can think of has hit the shelves, including, of course, spirit jerseys. We expect a ton more to arrive with the official launch of the holiday season at the resort.
So there's some...
The ears are cute.
There's some slippers that look really comfortable, actually.
Yep. Tons
stockings.
Of ornaments. Tons
there's going to be tons of ornaments. I like these Hanukkah plates and stuff that they have.
Lounge flies, tons and tons of stuff. And not only is there there's multiple versions of the spirit jerseys. Plus, there was a couple of, I think there was just sweaters too, sweatshirt things, t-shirts.
Yeah. I saw some of these things when we were there, and there was a T-shirt that I actually really liked. The problem is that, and they were very soft.
Yeah,
Remember, we were feeling some of them; they were super soft. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of tangentially related. I feel like I'm starting to get priced out of Disney shirts because there was a couple shirts that if they would have been $25 this last trip, I would have purchased.
Even $30.
Maybe, but $25 for the ones I was looking at. But they're $35 and $40. There was one that you and I both kind of liked, but it was $40. I'm like, I don't think I like this $40 worth.
Not for a T-shirt, no.
So I'm a little sad with that, but I do enjoy the fact that they have quite a large Hanukkah selection because I think the designs and stuff for that look really cool. You have yet to get a ornament customized on the Plaza Point holiday shop, haven't you?
You're right. I'm always afraid of trying to bring like the glass ornaments home.
I feel you there. But I do think they have a pretty strong holiday offering this year.
Yep. It was a little fun seeing the holidays colliding in the merchandise shop. I was okay with that. Pretty soon we're going to have the holidays colliding on the exterior of the castle, though, which I'm glad we did not see that. But yeah.
The snow coming.
Yeah, the snow, whether it's still Halloween time, that's just too soon.
You know, Teresa, it's getting cold enough in the Midwest that we could almost get some snow.
That's true.
All right. Well, fans of fun sidekicks, that's me, will love a couple of the new plush that have shown up at the resort. A Lothcat plush, as seen in Star Wars Rebels, The Mandalorian, and Ahsoka, is $39.99. And Machiavelli, the cat of Julia's dad from Luca, has frowned his way into the shops for $39.99 as well. Both plush are a good size for the price and great for fans of the furry animals.
These are like, and when we say plush, it's like a small pillow is the size. We actually saw a little one with the Lothcat going around, and it was huge, like huge. They're so cute though. They're so cute. They both look like they're sleeping. Of course, I'm sure you like Machiavelli best. I actually like the Lothcat better.
No, the Lothcat is very cute. Yeah, Machiavelli, the problem is with Machiavelli sleeping, he doesn't have that like
the crazed look in his
crazed eyes of like he does, and that's what I like about him. Also, just a side note, apparently it's been a couple years because we did see a guest in the park with this, but if anybody ever sees a Hey Hey shoulder plush,
oh yes,
let me know or pick it up for me and I will happily pay you for it.
The infamous Hey Hey shoulder.
I would love it, but I was unable to find one, and I did see a guest wearing one this weekend, and I was like, where did you get that? And they said it was like 2 years ago. And I remember it wasn't at Disney World or something, or it was like some other resort that wasn't Disneyland that had it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was at Disneyland, but we just missed it.
Yeah. Well, if anybody ends up finding one, I would gladly take it off your hands.
The Disneyland Forward project is a wealth of new concept information as demonstrated this week when the City of Anaheim released concept art for the proposed new parking structure on the east side of the resort. The concept art looks pretty similar to the existing Pixar and Mickey and Friends garages on the other side of the resort. So again, east side of the resort is like, well, where the Hojo is.
Yeah. And the west side is where Disneyland Hotel and Mickey and Friends and all of that is. So this looks to me just like the Pixar Pals structure that they just did. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. It does look like there's a concept of maybe an exit from the freeway right into the parking structure.
Or is that an elevated walkway?
It could be an elevated walkway as well. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell like from the limited concept art. But man, this is the second time that Anaheim has released things that not from Disney, but like.
But I think this is good because to me, that is showing that Anaheim, that's not just Disney that's excited about this project, that Anaheim, the city, is also excited. So I'm going to take it as a good sign that the city's releasing the concept art.
Sure. Well, I hope it finally gets approved and these things come to be because I feel like, especially this eastern parking area, they did all that stuff. They bought that hotel, they cleared the area, and then it just went nowhere.
They have space. The thing that I also want to say about this real quickly, too, is so even though this is going to be part of the Disneyland Forward project, this parking garage is going to be intermixed with things that are not Disney, so it's going to be with other people's properties. I think the design of this, they did a really nice job because it's very clean looking, but it's not like Disney plastered over it. It's not like Mickey, it's not like in bright Mickey colors or anything like that. I think it would look really nice with the surroundings, and it's not going to look out of place, if that makes sense.
Well, they got a lot of like the greenery and stuff that, you know what's funny? It has been so long since I've been over by the parking structures. I couldn't even really confidently tell you what they look like anymore. I used to do there all the time. Next time we go, if we have more time, so maybe not next time we go, maybe time after next we go, I need to get on a tram
and just go
over there.
Well, we might have time next time because we've got, depending on when we fly in, we might have extra time on that day.
You can ride the tram. Well, the team over at Disney Research has unveiled a new child-sized two-legged animatronic. The new robot was shown off at the International Conference on Intelligent Robots and Systems in Detroit. The robot was designed to show off some advanced technology to allow future systems to more easily mimic movement from animated characters, which sometimes is not based in real physics.
That's very true. This is like the Disney nerd in me. As soon as I saw this, I was trying to figure, what character could that be? Well, spoiler alert, it's not really a character. It's kind of like the last one that they teased was like, you could tell like, ooh, they're trying to make Judy Hopps.
Oh, sure,
was,
yeah.
Like, somersaulting and crawling out of the box.
You know who this one looks like to me? There's the little droid from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh.
Kind of looks like this. Has the little like chicken legs and the little head like this. But I'm not saying that's what it's going to be.
Right.
But that's what the first vibes I got. Yep. So,
it's so cute.
What do we think,
I think
this
it could
one might
be a character all on its own. It could be a new, unique character because it's adorable.
Maybe it's a new movie that we just don't know about.
You see it like jump to this. Oh, wow.
Well, that's what they said. They said it's trying to move in ways and balance in ways. So other robots have been designed to, walk, up on two legs and not have a problem.
Like they're trying to trip it by pulling something out from under it and it didn't trip.
Look at these kids. There's like kids in here.
Oh, it's so cute. I think it can be just as it is, and it can be its own new character. Look, his little antenna thing.
Can I just say
he's adorable.
That I am totally here for the future of having little, like, can you imagine a little, like, Alexa in a little walking robot that you can, like, talk to?
It's like taking a walk in the woods.
Would you have one of these?
No, I would be too worried about it, like, breaking. I would appreciate somebody else's. Wow.
Look at that! It just went down like a little ledge.
Just a little happy dance.
It's up on a tree stump. There's a video linked in our show notes so you can go look
so
at this.
Fun.
That is amazing, and it's super cute. And I can't wait to see what Disney does with it.
Your attention, please. DL Weekly Trivia is now leaving for a Grand Circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. All weekly tiers for...
Hello, welcome to Trivia Land. I hope you two are excited for a far out night.
Far out. That sounds like something.
Space Mountain.
Yeah, we're hanging out in Tomorrowland today for all our trivia goods.
For you to feel better about not going, Space Mountain was closed and being refurbished when we were there, so we couldn't have ridden it for you.
That does make me feel better.
We didn't even step foot in Tomorrowland,
we
if we're going to be honest.
That makes me feel worse.
We meant to get over and ride the monorail, and then it never happened.
I meant to go over and get the cold brew that's over at the Galactic Grill. But
you knew something was up if we didn't get a cold brew.
I know. That means you didn't ride Star Tours either.
Or Buzz, or Subs, or,
Or Star Tours.
Or Star
the important
Tours.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's dig in. So my first question for you this week, Space Mountain is actually more of a nickname for the building the attraction takes place in. Can you tell me what the building's called?
The building that Space Mountain is in?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is
it like Spaceport 77?
Oh, look at you.
That is like triggering something for Tag for sure.
Yeah, Space 77?
I don't remember if that's the right year or not, but
I'll say Spaceport 55, but I think that might have just been the name of the rocket thing inside was something 55. So, but I'll do 55 just to be different than you.
Okay.
You're probably right with 77.
So different. Moving on to question number 2. Space Mountain is operated by the League of Planets, which is an alien organization dedicated to peace amongst worlds.
ooh.
You're welcome for not asking you that.
Yeah, thank you.
When they came to Earth, what did they build as a symbol of peace and galactic harmony?
Oh boy.
What did who build?
The League of Planets.
They built, I assume, something that looks like the exterior of Space Mountain or like the sign of Space Mountain, that spire thing. However you want to interpret that, James, the spire thing.
The spire thing, yes.
What do you guys say?
Is it there now?
Yes.
There's only so much to this
I know.
attraction, James.
Well, I'm trying to think of stuff that's in the queue. There's like the satellite-y thing, and the.
You think they built a satellite?
I'm just saying, I didn't say it was actually in Space Mountain.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's the sphere.
Did they build the Orbitron? The thing that was supposed to, or no, the whatever it was called, the thing that comes alive with lights and sounds every 30 minutes, but hasn't worked in years.
Did they?
I don't know.
I mean, I might know, but
Yeah.
I'm jumping on that spaceport ship, Orbitron.
The what is it called? There's a name for it, Teresa. It's the.
Is it the thing that's on the platform? That's
It's the thing
on
that's
top of the platform.
yeah. It used to be where the rocket rods were, or where the that too.
That's right. I think Orbitron sounds right.
It was called like. Oh, there's a name because they said like it comes alive with lights and sounds every 30 minutes. The Orbitron. It might have been the Orbitron.
I think so. So is your Spire thing meaning the Orbitron, or is your
No, Spire thing is like the sign. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sticking with your Orbitron.
So I'm probably not right, but I probably just gave you the answer.
maybe.
Okay.
Question number 3. You know him as DJ Rex, but I'm wondering if you know the original Star Tours pilot's designation ID.
Oh, Captain?
I mean, like, when we refer to Luke's droid, we call him R2-D2.
Oh. It's R... Is it just RX? R3-X?
R3X?
Yeah, that's what I think it is. R3X.
I mean, yeah, that's
I think
what
it's
I'm going with.
R3-X.
Well,
Does yours have a dash or no dash?
No dash.
All right. R3X with a mix of dashes.
No dash. Dash,
fitting
no dash.
for the third question, perhaps. But let's go on to our fourth question. Our last one. In Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, riders can earn points by hitting specific targets. The two-part question, what is the maximum score a rider can achieve? And what target provides the highest point value per hit?
So the first question is 999999.
And then there's... Are they upside-down triangles? Or are they diamonds? I'm trying to remember what they look like now.
I think they're the purple
Square?
box with the red thing around it, and then I think it's got like a yellow lightning bolt in it.
I thought it was a different shape, though.
It could be. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you what my guess is.
I know. Zerg. There's one like under Zerg, I think. And there's one like pretty quick in it. Crap.
James, can you...
I think it's a diamond.
Would it be too much of a hint for you to tell us what all of the different targets look like?
No, I could tell you what the...
If you tell us what the targets look like, we could
There's
pick.
circles.
Yeah, there's circles, there's squares, there's triangles.
I think it's a diamond.
So there is a diamond, a triangle, a circle, and a square.
So we named all of them ourselves. Good job, Tig.
It might be the diamond now that you say that, though.
I'm going with diamond. And I'm pretty sure...
I'll go with the diamond.
I'm fairly certain it's a purple diamond.
I'll get on your bandwagon for that one.
Don't get mad at me if it ends up being a purple square.
Fired.
Yeah, tough. All right. See, I'd say there's a good reason I don't get high scores on Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters when I play, and I'm learning a lot from this question. And don't worry, you will too after this week's discussion topic.
Well, hello, Weekly Tears. We are coming to you from the Grand Californian lobby. I am sitting and looking at the amazing pastry chef display of Dante and Miguel in the Land of the Dead. It's gorgeous. The details are incredible. The hidden Mickeys on it.
Yes.
We found all 5. Tag found most of them, so I was too busy taking photos and videos. But they're hard. They're really hard to find.
They are harder to find. Once you kind of figure out what they're kind of going for, they're kind of similar in nature, we'll say. Mm-hmm. But Teresa's got some photos that'll probably end up on our social media, if you want to try to find them in the photos, you can. But yeah, we decided it's very hot out, and we found a spot in the Grand Californian lobby right next to the piano player. Hopefully you guys are hearing some of that.
We're currently waiting for Oogie Boogie Bash Mixin' to start.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd hop on and recap what we've done thus far in the trip.
Well, let me get the not so great stuff out of the way. So we were flying in from the Midwest, of course. On Thursday night, we were supposed to get in about 9 p.m. to Santa Ana, and we unfortunately did not get in until a little after midnight at LA because of some plane issues, but we made it. So we started our Friday, which was our only full park day, late because we decided to sleep in And our first park was California Adventure, where we went and met up with the concierge crew for brunch.
Yeah, but before we met up with them, we went and grabbed the first cold brew of the trip. And actually, at this point, it's the only cold brew. I'm disappointed. That's right, because the other one was the tea. Yep. I'm disappointed in myself. But yeah, we went to Pim and grabbed the Witches of Westview cold brew. It's butterscotch with like a chocolate cream foam and topped with a marshmallow. I really enjoyed it. It is on the sweeter side, not like desserty like the one prior to it that was the Oreo version, or the Oreo kind of one that you really.
The one that I really liked, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I really liked it.
I will say that I didn't think it tasted too bad. It was a little too coffee-like for me.
Yeah, it was sweet, but still had coffee.
Yeah, if you can deal with some coffee flavor, it's a good choice. It's definitely, of the ones I've tasted of yours, it's definitely up there. And probably if I had a full one, I probably could get through it without a problem.
Yeah.
But that was enjoyable.
Yep. And then next up, we wandered over, spent a little time in Cars Land, but really wanted to get over to the new San Francisco Square area.
Looks
check
amazing.
That out really quick. We didn't have too much time to check it out before brunch, but we did at least get to go to, walk through. Baymax was not meeting and greeting at that point. Got to walk through, see some of the details. We did go to the new store that's there, and I was having such a fun time looking at all the details that I even spotted a hidden Baymax, which I didn't know that there was a hidden Baymax.
And you get a sticker for it.
Yeah, the cast members got all excited that we found him, and we got a sticker to commemorate that we found him. So it was just really, really fun. I didn't know that was a thing that they do there, but what a fun thing.
And I will tell you, I was skeptical at first that San Francisco Square would be kind of like a budget overlay, and actually I think, in my opinion, I actually think it was a more successful overlay than Pixar Pier. I feel like they did a really nice job with it. I think it was a really great addition. That area was kind of, not necessarily bland before, but there wasn't a ton of, whimsical theming, if you will. And now I feel like there is.
There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
There's, mural, graffiti-looking stuff all over. There's banners, there's lanterns, just tons and tons of stuff to see.
Yeah.
It's visually a lot of details to look for visually. I'm really excited to see it tonight when it's lit up.
Yeah, I wish we had more time to get food there, but like we said, we were on the way to our brunch, which we met up with Lindsay and but most of the planners with concierge, and had our brunch. Mm-hmm. Oh, I had the French toast, which was very good.
French toast. I had the potato flautas.
Those looked really good.
And of course the 2319.
Yep.
No trip to Lamplight is complete without a 2319.
Right now they have specialty donuts for the regular time, but for brunch they actually had a cinnamon roll one.
They did.
That looks like it would be a sweet bomb in your face, but it wasn't. It was good. It wasn't overly sweet.
I was pretty surprised by that.
Yeah.
Like you, I was expecting it to be kind of like
a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, sugar overload. But they did a really nice job with it. After we finished up with brunch, we went back over to San Francisco because we were really hoping to catch Baymax. And not only did we catch Baymax on the way back, but Hero was out meeting and greeting with him too.
And doing lots of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, lots of blah, 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 blah. But we didn't have time the line was quite long, so we didn't have time to actually get to interact directly with him.
Not as long as opening weekend, but still.
They did a good job, though, because we kind of just stood off to the side just to kind of admire the characters. And in between guests that were going up to get their photos done, they do little interactions with the other crowd people. So we had some fun.
It was a good mix.
It was they did a really nice job with it. After that, we decided to hop on over to Disneyland, since that was the only time this trip that we'd be able to get to Disneyland. We didn't get to Disneyland until it was after 1 o'clock.
Yeah, after 1.
But we made it. We were happy.
We, of course, went over and did Haunted Mansion Holiday first.
Yes, we did.
And we decided we didn't care what the line was. We were going to get in it.
And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was a posted 60-minute wait. And even we were in line, the attraction went down. So we did have a period of time that we were just...
It was only 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
In line. Yeah, it wasn't long at all. Even with that, I want to say we still only probably waited 60
I think we
minutes,
beat the...
Not even that, probably.
Yeah, I think we beat the wait time, even with the downtime.
I was so excited, not only because it's Haunted Mansion Holiday, but the extra details that they put in specifically this year. So for those of you that don't know, of course we've got all of the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. We've got the wonderful gingerbread house. But in the attic scene, they added 2 little nods that are very touching. The one that really I think was very special that I wanted to make sure we got to see, because I don't know how long it's going to be there, is when you're in the attic scene, if you look towards the snake, towards his tail, his tail kind of, the big orange snake, his tail wraps up and looks like a tree, like a Christmas tree. Over next to that Christmas tree, to the right of the Christmas tree, you can see Rolly Crump's little wax man figurine. That was something he designed for the Museum of the Weird. It's on your dune buggy. It's on the left side. So if you remember where the piano player usually is, it's over on that side there. But left side of your dune buggy to the right of the snake's tail that looks like a tree. And to me, I just thought that was so special and just a really beautiful way to honor.
It's interesting too, because when you pointed out, it was easy to see. But, like, I could see how you would easily just not notice it, because it's so many other things around it.
Well, and it fit in well. It wasn't like...
It didn't stand out.
Yeah, it wasn't like it didn't look like it didn't look like it was out of place.
Yes.
Would be a good way of saying it. And then, when you get past that, on the other side, next to the snake again, so over by the snake's head, which the snake's head's to the right, on the right side of your dune buggy, there is a monkey that's dressed like the original Heartbeat Bride. So can
we pause to appreciate the fact that we have Grim Grinning Ghost playing right now as we're talking about this? Grim Grinning Ghost.
Perfect.
Yeah, right? Sorry.
You must have heard us talking. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so there's a monkey dressed as one of the original versions of the bride. So it's the Heartbeat Bride. So the monkey's got a red glowing pulsating heart dressed in its little bride costume. And again, that's on the right side, near where the snake's head is. Fun little things that are, I believe, for sure, I think they're both new this year. For sure the Wax Man.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen either of these things. So we got to the area where Oogie Boogie is at the end of the attraction, and it wasn't quite Headless Ursula, but his head was a little to the side and he was moving a little weird. We obviously only went on it that day. We did meet up with another weekly tier who said they went on it a different day and it didn't seem as bad, so they probably did something to fix it, which is good. Yeah,
which was good, exactly.
But we left there and we decided we were going to go see Winnie the Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh was down. And then we went to Hungry Bear, and Teresa had mobile ordered the iced chai.
The iced tea, it was an iced pumpkin chai tea.
Pumpkin chai tea, that's what it was. And she ordered it, and unfortunately, because of the ride delay of us with Haunted Mansion, the mobile order window had passed. And when we got to the window, we were like, hey, we had this order. And she said, oh, yeah, it was starting to melt, so we'll make you a new one.
Yeah.
And so she got hers.
My window closed. I tried to bump the window out, and
as I
was going to press the move your window, it checked in and it's like, we're preparing your order. I'm like, oh, no.
There's no way to back out of that.
Yeah, it was stuck. But they created some extra magic.
But then I tasted Teresa's, and I was like, yep, I'm ordering one of these. And so I also ordered one. Mm-hmm. And then we spent some time, we wandered through Galaxy's Edge, just to kind of see if we could run into Chopper or Sabine or Hera or Ahsoka. We didn't run into any of them.
We did not, but that's okay.
But Fantasyland.
Well, and before then, we noticed we actually hit a pin over by it, which that reminds me we should hide some pins tonight.
Yes.
But we hit a pin. There's a new speeder bike that's over in between Savi's workshop and
or at least new to us, if nothing else.
I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those we were looking. We're like, is it? Has it?
I don't think I ever saw it before.
I don't think I've ever noticed it. So I don't know if we've never noticed it or if it's new. But either way, jury's out on that one. Then we went over to Fantasyland. Fantasyland was like, I don't know what Disney magic was going on there, but Fantasyland had some of we're there like Friday, late afternoon, early evening time, low waits for Fantasyland. We did most all of Fantasyland dark rides except for Peter Pan. And I want to say all of them were like 10, 15 minute waits.
Yeah, we moved.
Maybe Alice was the longest at like
even
20.
Alice said 40 minutes, but we waited maybe 20.
Yeah, the time, I don't know, the line time Disney people were in our favor.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call it, but it was
But it was
fantastic.
surprising to find midday that you could get on these things so easily.
Yeah.
And we had a moment, it was just kind of funny. We went through Mr. Toad's.
A moment. It was several moments.
Well, yes. But it was funny because it seems like a lot of stuff was moving that wasn't moving before or hadn't moved in a while.
Or if it was
Or we didn't notice
moving
it.
before, it was much smaller movements, but then what it was now, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Though. There were so many details that either weren't working or weren't working as well. All
Yeah.
the other times that we've been on that we really fully noticed this
We
time.
spent the whole attraction going, was that moving before?
Yeah,
Was that moving?
yeah.
Did you notice that
Yeah,
before?
like so on the dock scene, there's a shipping container, like a box that's over your head. I've always noticed that. I've noticed a slight sway. This time it was like,
Oh, it was swinging.
it was a swinging.
Yeah.
And there was like a flash, like a really bright flashlight from
Yep.
on the bridge, all sorts of stuff. I never noticed. And this one, maybe it's always done this, and I've just never been on that side of the car. But the fountain that's in the town scene, I never noticed that there was like real water in that fountain until this one too. So anyway, so we were blown away by Toad. We were
But
very
then
excited.
every dark ride we went in after that, we were like, was that moving before? Was that moving?
Then
Like,
were
we started
yeah.
seeing everything.
So, but it was nice because, right, they just went down for refurbishments and some other work that needed to be done. So it's nice to see these older attractions. Because, like, Toad's really, like, well, and Pinocchio, too. They haven't been plussed again like Snow and Peter Pan and
Right.
Alice have been. So they're kind of, they don't always get as much love. So it was really nice to see the care and the attention go into these attractions as well.
And then after that, we decided to go back to Toontown to kind of get an idea of what was going on. Teresa thought she was being smart, and she was going to go to the restroom at the Fantasyland Theater, but the Lion King show had just let out.
Yeah.
And then we went to Toontown, and there was also a line there.
Yeah.
So I filled up
That's
her water
okay.
bottle. She went to the restroom. I went and looked over the wall at the fountain where they're doing some new brickwork. And Teresa came and also looked at it.
It looks like a lot of that's pretty much wrapped up. We did have a story on our Instagram account kind of showing that off. A lot of it looks like it's wrapped up, but the fountain is still being worked on. But they have this really nice paved brick now around the fountain. It used to be, we looked it up because we had to confirm, it had been like the faux grass, but it looks really, really nice.
Yeah. So then we rode
hopped
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway
yeah.
Railway, which was wonderful
The
as
thing that
always.
was
Also,
really fun.
didn't match the wait time.
No, it didn't. And the thing that was really fun with that, we somehow got a train car all to ourselves. I have no idea how, but we had a train car with just the two of us. We were in the back car. So we were like being all excited about that. I don't know if the timing just worked out or how that worked, but it was awesome.
It was fun. It was fun. Great as always. Attraction's still wonderful. So we left that, and this was about the time we started getting ready. The parade was getting close to running, the nighttime version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to hang out by Small World because we thought that'd be an easy spot to catch it. Teresa's found a great spot behind some garbage cans,
Yeah.
which ended up being great.
Right on the corner.
And
My
then
favorite spots.
I ran over to Edelweiss Snacks, and we got the garlic cheese pretzel, which was
pretzel bread.
amazing.
I don't know how Tag had not heard of this snack yet. I feel like we had
I confused
talked about
it with the Maurice's
I
thing.
feel like I had asked you. Anyways, it's amazing, and it's safe to say
I
your
think it's
mind
a
is pretty
go-to
blown.
trip. It's going to be a go-to snack in the future.
Yeah, I hope it stays around for a while. I hope it's a
It
new
wasn't
staple.
badly priced. It was a good portion
Oh my
size.
gosh,
it was so
delicious.
good. It was warm.
My favorite part was the marinara sauce was also warm.
Yeah,
That was
because sometimes
fantastic.
those are either room temperature or cold even.
Then we got to enjoy Magic Happens, which this was the first time that we got to experience Magic Happen when it's like evening time and it's getting dark out.
Yeah, we'd
And
only seen it
my
when it was sunny.
Goodness, those parade floats are stunning. Absolutely. There's so many lights on those floats that you don't get to see and appreciate during the daytime. And it's
Moana
just
could be turned down a little bit, but
it's
otherwise.
it's just a different kind of magical. It's just like it doesn't.
Mickey's
it doesn't
sorcerer
need
hat
to
looked
be-
amazing.
It doesn't need to be a nighttime parade, but like that evening where it's still like dusky was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and of course the parade performers and everything were amazing this time.
I was so excited because Merlin did his fun little
we haven't
hike
seen
up
that in a while.
hike up his outfit, see his pink shorts jig right in front of us, and that's one of my favorites. It was just so
You
much
had some
fun.
characters come up and try to find Hey in our garbage can.
Yep.
That was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. After that, we headed over to the Plaza Inn to grab a quick bite before continuing on with our evening. We shared one of our favorites, the fried chicken dinner. There was a special dessert. There was a Black Forest bundt cake that was there for the Halloween season. It was good. It wasn't. I don't think I need to go get it again.
Yeah, that's how I feel
but
too.
It was also not a we took one bite and couldn't even finish it.
We did finish it.
It was enjoyable, but it wasn't a must-do.
Now, something that was interesting with this was when we walked up to the plaza, I noticed that the shrubbery that had surrounded and kind of masked the seating area from Main Street had been kind of cut down, like trimmed lower. Not cut down because that means it's gone, but trimmed down lower. And they have a dessert dinner party thing there.
Yeah.
And for the fireworks.
And it's seated, so you get a seated reserved area to view the fireworks, and you could be sitting and enjoying your dinner.
Now, I will say, pro tip, we found a seat, which we actually took from a weekly tier. Thank you, Jan, who was sitting there, and she had the table right next to the reserved seating area. And if we would have stayed there, we could have watched the fireworks just as well as the dinner package people.
We were tempted, but
we had other things we were trying to do.
And when we finished dinner, there was still an hour and a half before the fireworks were going to start. And as you all know, that was very precious time since it was our one Disneyland day.
So we went over after dinner to the Rivers of America.
House first. We went and checked out the tree house on the way. All of the lights were on. The show lights were on, not just work lights. A lot of the show lights are on. It looks magical. We're very excited for it to open soon.
It seems like there's less leaves on it, though.
It does feel that way, but that's okay.
It's also not done yet, so who knows?
Then we caught Queenie and the Jambalaya Jazz Band, their little show on the river. A lot of people were maybe not super excited about this or didn't think it was super great. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The music fills the entire area, so even if you're not right at the edge of the river watching them do their thing, it just brought a little extra life.
It's using the sound system from Fantasmic, so you could hear it anywhere.
And they were using fountains. There wasn't any projections for Queenie, but the fountains were going. It was really, really fun. Lots of music from The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, it was great.
It was.
And then what did we do in between that and the projection show?
We went and checked out some of the stores. So we walked through Pieces of 8 and the
Curiosity Store,
because there was a little time between Queenie and when the new Heartbeat of New Orleans show went on. Now, we'll warn you, the Heartbeat of New Orleans show, highly recommend. Very well done, very enjoyable. But you
can squeeze it into your night because it's only 5 minutes long.
Yeah, so it's not like Fantasmic. You don't have to, and it's multiple times. That's the other thing that was really nice.
If you were on the way to something and you're in the Rivers of America area around when this show starts, just stop, take the 5 minutes to watch it. It's not going to delay you that long. Even if you have a mobile order or a return time, it shouldn't screw any of that up. It's definitely worth it. It's very cute. It's a very cute show.
Yeah, very
And Marcella
enjoyable.
Sweat did a great job with the animation.
And they did a nice, fun job. They did projections on the stage, it was the projection mist screens.
Yeah.
And they also had projections on the stage while the fountains were different colors and dancing.
Again, using the Fantasmic infrastructure so they can do all of that.
Yes, it was wonderful. After that, we caught the Halloween Screams fireworks show from Main Street.
Great as always.
And again, we had the one Disneyland day, and we were very fortunate it was Friday, so we got to catch the projections along with the fireworks. So we got to see Zero. I just love the Zero figure that goes flying.
And there was a new effect this year. It seemed like the times that they would have done fire in the past, they had smoke. Smoke, not cannons, but billowing smoke. And so I thought that was an interesting compromise to not having the flames shooting off the castle, but still provided something during those scenes.
Exactly. After that, we went with a weekly tier and rode Haunted Mansion Holiday one final time. Last
for the season.
For the season. Well, no, not for the season. We're going to be back
for the Halloween
December for the Halloween season. And then we finished off our Disney day by going and taking a trip on the Jungle Cruise and then doing some shopping on Main Street. And something that they've kept since COVID times, which I really, really enjoy that they have kept, is they have the some of the Fab Five. So that night it was Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto that kind of are on the train station, roped off, and they're just kind of having fun, waving goodbye to guests, and they're just really fun and cute to see. So it was good to be able to catch them quickly in their Halloween outfits.
We also didn't mention that when we came into the park around 1 o'clock or whatever it was, that Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald, Daisy was that there was a bunch of characters in Town Square.
What's going on in Town Square when we went in?
So we went back to our hotel, the Howard Johnson again, another lovely stay. We actually stayed in Building 2, which we have a bunch of times, but I had never stayed on the first floor before with the pool view, so that was kind of cool.
The pool was right outside our patio.
Yeah.
If there was a door from our patio and a door through the gate, we could we're steps away from the pool. Then the next morning we decided to take kind of a self-guided tour to a couple of places that we've been watching kind of evolve. That's the Pixar Place Hotel, as well as the DVC Villas at the Disneyland Hotel. First up was the Pixar Place Hotel. I tell you what, gorgeous. We just wandered around the lobby, the first floor. There's a shop there too. Pretty much wrapped up. They're just waiting on just a couple areas.
The Great Maple and a little breakfast nook. But I feel like the Pixar Place renovation has kind of got a bum rap online. I feel like a lot of people who have reported on it have reported that there's not a lot there and all of this. It was great. There was a lot of little details that I think people just didn't see. They had characters in the flooring spread around, and it was amazing.
Hunt.
Yes, it was amazing. And the shop that they had there was great. So if you're ever looking for some stuff in the parks and you can't find it, not a lot of people, I think, go over there.
No.
So they had a good selection of stuff.
There's a lot of fun artwork on the walls, and just even the lamps that they used. The details were really fun.
And the cast member was so nice to come over and be like, "Did you see this? Did you see that? Did you notice this?"
Yeah, it was so fun. And there was a piano in a corner, and the stairwell and that corner's themed to Soul, which I thought was perfect. There's an Edna Mode mural. There was a Ratatouille running on the wall. Lots of really, really fun stuff.
Your one of the things on the floor was Hank, your favorite little octopus.
Yes. Hank was in the floor. I saw Eva in the floor. Frozone. Lots and lots of fun Pixar characters. Really nice job. I'm excited to see what the mobile's going to look like once they get that finished too. So there's still yet a couple of things that they're going to add, but overall, really well done.
We went over to the Fantasia shop in the Disneyland Hotel. Teresa was going to get some coffee, so I ran into the Fantasia shop. They have really put a lot of DVC Villas merch in there. It was about 50-50, I felt. They're really pushing that.
I actually thought, from what I had seen online, I assumed that the new DVC Tower had its own gift shop from the amount of merch that we were seeing posted online. No. That's not, actually, there is not a separate shop. It's just the one shop at the Disneyland Hotel. Lots of fun stuff. After that, we met up with a weekly tier and grabbed breakfast at the Tongaroa Terrace. We both had the Tongaroa toast, which I enjoyed.
Because Teresa was going to try the Japanese pancakes, and the lady informed us that
they were all out.
They were out. It takes 45 minutes for them to make a whole batch of it, so it wasn't going to happen. So,
but the toast was
good.
Interesting. It was sweet though, but it wasn't. If I would have had to describe it, I wouldn't have called it French toast, but it was still very good.
To me, it felt like it was a cinnamon angel food cake that they had fried the outside of.
It was very fluffy.
It was good. It was good. Then we finally went over to the villas, which I thought for sure Teresa was going to sign up for a DVC membership.
It was good. It was really good.
I was the one who almost was more interested in it.
The one that was looking at the pricing and structuring and trying to figure it out was actually
guilty.
It was not me. I was just so overcome by the details of this place. I told Tig, I don't want to be a DVC member. I want to move in. I also told that to the woman that was very kind to show us a couple of the different rooms.
She agreed with you.
And took a tour, gave us a tour of the new tower. The details are just amazing.
I don't know how long it'll be going on for, but if you are here in the next few months, I would take a trip over there, and they have people in the lobby that will be happy to show you they have set up demo rooms that you can go into and see.
And even better is they have rooms of a limited number of rooms available for non-DVC members to book. You book them through the Disneyland Hotel, and it is a more premium price, but for a limited time they are doing that, which I feel like is not... I don't remember them doing that for other DVC properties, so that's kind of a fun and special thing. But absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they're really cool. The views in there are great. All of the details, amazing. Yeah.
After that, we headed on over to the Disneyana event. To us, it's the main event. There is the show and sale as well, but this is just always such a really amazing thing. Kim Irvine, Stacia Martin, and Leota Toombs were all being honored this year. But in addition to that, we got to hear from Bambi Moe, who just came out with a book, Part of the Magic. So she was on talking about her history with the company. She worked at the company, but even past that, she's just kind of had all these, she called them invisible threads throughout her entire life. That's just kind of, Disney's just always kind of been a part of her life, even from the day she was born. So she kind of touched on that. We did purchase the book and we did chat with her. We hope to have her on to kind of share more of that with you all. Yeah. After her, we had our friend Terry Hardin,
who did a pumpkin carving demonstration. A pumpkin sculpting demonstration, which was great. It reminded me of what I love so much about Terry Hardin, which is people tell themselves they can't do things. And she said, you know what, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't matter if it's perfect.
She had somebody up sculpting a pumpkin next to her, first timer who had never sculpted a pumpkin before. And this person thought that they had done a terrible job, but you know what? They turned it around and showed the audience, and it was great.
Yeah.
And Terry was like, oh, is this a little bit too big, or is that a little bit whatever? She said, well, you could get around it by doing this.
Yeah.
And it turned out great. So Terry was doing one pumpkin. This other person was up with her doing another one. And then there was somebody in the back of the room also sculpting one.
Yeah, and the person in the back was more seasoned.
Yeah.
So it was really fun to see the different variations. And they all were doing Jack Skellington. So it was really fun to see.
And they looked amazing.
The 3 different interpretations of the same character.
Yeah.
After that, Stacia Martin did a really lovely display. And it was, I did not know this about her, but it was kind of like the history of like music and sounds from Disney. And she's a huge collector with like records and stuff like that. So this was all stuff that she had put together from her own personal collection. And it was really a lovely, fun,
and most of the stuff in her presentation are things that you never would have heard before. I mean, she had recordings of like, they had done the recording for like a radio ad or something, and then she said she just let it play, and then she found this whole other thing where they're just kind of talking about it afterwards, and she played that for us, and it was amazing. What was awesome was she did such a great presentation because it was talking about the records, and then she'd play clips from the different things.
With
and then
like a slideshow too.
Yeah, and so it was real interactive and a lot. It wasn't just her talking at us, but she was actually telling stories and showing off the music, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, it was really well done.
And I didn't know that she had written part of the book or all of the book for the 50th anniversary CD collection for Disneyland. So I got to go back, and now I want to like look in that because I have that at home.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked at it for a long time, but I want to.
After that, we had our little break so they could change the room over for dinner. And then for dinner, Leota Toombs and Kim Irvine were both honored.
But wait. What did we have? What was our table, Teresa?
Oh, this was so fun. So we had an accidental impromptu weekly tier meetup. There was a whole table of plus. I think we had a couple weekly tiers that weren't even at our table, but we had quite a large group of weekly tiers that had either it was their first time or they had been there before, but it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like we announced, hey, we're going, come see us kind of a thing. It was just all weekly tiers that were very excited.
And said that they came to this event because they had heard about it on the show. And so it was the 2 of us plus 8 weekly tiers who sat there, and it was wonderful.
8, and then I think there was another one that 8, 10. Yeah, there was like
11, 8, I think, total.
Yeah. So it was really amazing.
So we got some photos with those people. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you were there, we really enjoyed sharing the table with you. Thank you so much for approaching us and everything. We love hanging out with you guys.
Yes, it was super, super fun. So
now we can get to the speakers.
So dinner. Like we mentioned earlier, it was Leota Toombs being honored posthumously, Kim Irvine being honored. Kim was not able to be there herself, but she did sit down with the Disneyana folks and did a really nice recording at her home. And she kind of shared stories about her mom, stories about her own career, and then actually Kim's daughter was there, who is a third-generation Imagineer, and
Kim's granddaughter too.
And Kim's granddaughter is not an Imagineer. She's
She's
6.
a small child.
She was adorable. But anyway, so Kim's daughter was there to accept the award on her mother and grandmother's behalf, and so that was really, really fun. And then next up, we got to hear from Stacia Martin. This time, we got to hear more about what she did. She's worked for the Disney company for 45 years and has done all sorts of things. Her first things that she started was at Disneyland. She worked at the Disneyana shop in Disneyland. She worked at the Disney Gallery. She's a quick sketch artist and does a lot of sketches for Disney. Does a lot of kind of like educational types of things too.
She did a quick sketch of Minnie Mouse while we were getting our little postcard autographed for Leota, who is Kim Irvine's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And so that was really cute and a great moment after this, all of the speaking. But yeah, she gave a great presentation, a ton of information about her life. We're hoping to maybe have her on in the future, too.
And I felt like she had just scratched the surface of her career, too, with the time that she was able to share stuff with us. So just really wonderful people that have just such an amazing history of things that they've done with the company, for the company, and how they've been preserving Walt's legacy.
And shout out to some people we bumped into that we've seen before.
Yeah.
People that have been on the show. Rick Law was there.
Yeah.
And it was great to see him again.
Terry Hardin
was there, of course.
Yep. He has not been on the show, but I have bumped into him now 3 times this year. This is the second time Tag.
He said he wants to be on.
Michael Vargo and his wife Kristen were there. So it was just wonderful.
Becky Klein was there.
Becky Klein was there as well. Caitlin Robrock was also there. She's the current voice of Minnie Mouse. And I was very fortunate to see her give a presentation earlier this year at the Mouse Meet. So I got a quick chance to chat with her and let her know how much, it was really fun and how we enjoyed that presentation as well, and got a quick photo with her too. So it's really amazing. The Disney community is just so kind, so generous. These people are just so generous with their time, because, who can, I got to just, say hi to the voice of Minnie Mouse. That's just crazy.
And she was so excited to talk to us.
Yeah, just wonderful, wonderful people. So we feel so fortunate that we're able to go to these events and chat and get to meet these people and hear their stories and all that good stuff. It's really incredible. I feel like I have pinch me moments almost at some points, because it's just this is wild and this is just unheard of, and it's just we're just so fortunate.
Yeah. So then we went back to the hotel for the night. The next morning we got up and we went to the show and sale, which is this morning as we're recording this. And we got there, we got some food and stuff in the morning, and then we went into the show and sale, and there was a ton of stuff. Teresa and I
tell you,
did not do a very good job today.
No. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. I bought one book. David Bossart just came out with a book of highlighting The Nightmare Before Christmas, because of course it's the 30th anniversary this year. So of course I needed to purchase that book.
And I bought the House of the Future book, which also talks about the House of the Retro Future at Hojo. So I bought that because he signed it.
So that was it. We were doing really well.
Well, I also bought...
That was it. We were doing really well until...
Yeah, so every time we've gone, I've seen this gentleman who sells... And he's going to be on the show, I think, at some point, too. He's trying to... We'll work out time. But he sells... ticket books, Disney dollars, and all this. So I have been wanting to get a set of A through E tickets for a while. Every time I've seen this, but they're a little pricey.
They are pricey. Yeah.
However, not outrageously so, but for me, pricey. And Teresa said, it's been 3 times, you should just get it. So I called and talked to James.
Sorry, James.
And I called and talked to James, and James said, you know what, you've been talking about it for a time. You've been really good. Go ahead and get them. So I got a set. Teresa's going to help me. She's very good at frames and all of that stuff. She's going to help me find a good frame for it. And then the floodgates had opened.
Well, unintentionally the floodgates opened, because there was somebody there that was, I think, downsizing. And so we were able to get a lot of really amazing Disney and D23 things. You got a print, I got multiple books. Anyways, we got a lot of really incredible things for really reasonable pricing. So
I got the first edition of the first D23 magazine, which I never thought I'd be able to get, for $10.
Yeah. So they were just things that were just really great finds at really great prices. So it was really hard to...
Teresa left with a bag, and I left with a thing. I still don't know how I'm going to get it home.
We're trying to figure out how to get all the stuff home now. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. But yeah, so we were doing so well until this one booth that just had all this amazing stuff. I want to give a shout out because, again, we got to see Terry Hardin and Rick Law. We got to stand and chit-chat with them for a while in between them helping customers. But we also got to see our friends from Where in the Park.
Yep.
Also our friend Steven, who's creative D2R. He does all this really awesome artwork.
I also bought stuff from him.
Yes, you did. But we met him last Disneyana show and sale. Really great guy. Love his style of artwork. It's fantastic. So it was really fun to see some, get to catch up with some old friends while we were there as well. And then we had to quickly get out of there because we were realizing we were spending too much money. And we wanted to get back to the Hojo to, drop off all of our purchases, but then also change to come to Oogie Boogie Bash. We then
we went to downtown Disney,
got into the park,
and we shared a sandwich because we have dining reservations fairly soon, but we wanted to eat something.
Yeah.
And then we went into the...
brings us to presents.
Yeah. We jumped through World Disney for a little bit, and then we came in here, and we wanted some air conditioning with some decent... I'm sorry that at the end of the interview we don't have the piano. The gentleman has left now. But, yeah, so next week we will talk about our Oogie Boogie Bash experience for you all. But we're going to wrap things up now because we're about half an hour from being able to mix in, so we're going to get all packed up and ready to go and try to get through some security and get over there. So, live from the Grand Californian lobby at the Disneyland Resort, we're out.
It's okay. I'll be the only weekly tier without an answer. Make sure you send your questions to Producer James or Producer Vern at trivia@DLWeekly.net.
Hello and welcome back to Trivia Land, and welcome back from California, too, at the same time.
Quite the trip.
Quite the trip.
I know, we just heard all about it.
Not all about it. We still got more next week, but yes.
That's right. That's right. Always more. And there will be more trivia, too, but first, we got to answer this week's questions. So my first question for you, Space Mountain is actually a nickname for the building the attraction takes place in. What's the building called? The building is called Space Station 77.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah. So we'll throw a half point to you, Teresa, because you were pretty darn close.
Good job, Teresa.
Thank you, James.
So the 77 reference to
the opening year.
77, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, but oddly enough, Disney World, I'm pretty sure it's called Disney World is Starport 75 is what they go with.
Because it was open in 75?
Something like that. Crazy how it works. But anyway, moving on. Space Mountain is operated by the League of Planets, an alien organization dedicated to peace amongst worlds. When they came to Earth, what did they build as a symbol of peace and galactic harmony? You two were getting closer, but you didn't quite make it to the front of Tomorrowland, the Astro Orbiter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. So thank the League of Planets for that one.
Interesting.
Thanks, League of Planets.
Also, I like how that was like a confused thanks. Thanks.
You can tell, right? So it's a sign of peace. What a great gateway into Tomorrowland.
Learn something new every day.
Our third question, you know him as DJ Rex, but I'm wondering if you know the original Star Tours pilot's designation ID. You both got the RX right, but there's no 3 in his designation. He's actually RX-24.
Huh. What? Okay.
What? I know. Crazy.
Is there some type of significance to 24?
No, that's a really good question.
Well, shouldn't you anticipate all the questions we're going to ask you?
I really shouldn't I? I don't see any significance for 24 other than that's what they picked.
Okay.
He was the 24th droid created.
Probably. And he's still defective. But we love him for it.
I think he's wonderful.
All right. Fourth question. Last one of the round. In Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, riders can earn points by hitting specific targets. What is the maximum score a rider can achieve? Which target provides the highest point value per hit? The maximum score a rider can achieve is 999,999. 6 nines, like you told me. Congratulations. But the highest point value per hit is a secret.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
So, on Evil Emperor Zurg, just underneath the Unimind symbol on his chest plate, there's a small little opening that multiple websites have told me it will grant you 50,000 points per hit.
Holy cow.
That's how
Yes.
people get there.
That's how they get there. So you got to look for it. It seems like it's at both instances of Zurg. And there's a tip. When you enter the first room with Zurg, you aim for the large green square on the bottom of his gun, and he'll turn the gun, and then he'll switch over towards you. Like he'll turn towards you to try to make it a little easier. So in that little tiny hole, hard to see, harder to aim with those guns. Allegedly worth 50,000 points.
Wow.
So now I've told you my secret, so I can't even try to exploit it next time and finally win on this attraction.
It's time. Dumb luck is that attraction.
Yeah. Otherwise, the
For
triangle
me.
would be the next highest at 10,000 points. The diamond is
Not even the
third.
diamond.
So,
Dang.
dang indeed. But now you know, and someone's going to have to try this and let us know if we're just making things up again.
So, according to this website that I'm looking at, one of the things says to do is to ride on the left.
Oh, yeah, everything said right on the left. There's more targets on the left, apparently.
A tiny unmarked hole in the middle of his chest armor. Why does nobody have a picture for this?
Because they're too busy shooting at it.
I mean, have you seen the webcam photos that we get out of Buzz
Well,
Lightyear?
yes, but I'm thinking that there are people that have taken photos inside, not...
Maybe there's a video.
Anyway, okay. Sorry, James, I didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, I know, but I set you up for it. It's only fair. So, and if you're like Take and go down a rabbit hole and have great trivia ideas, you can send them to producer Vern and I. Our email is trivia@dlweekly.net.
Well, we will be back next week with more Disneyland news and information.
Until then, go out and enjoy the parks.
And thank you to our editor, Sidel, for editing this episode and making sure the show notes are posted. Thanks, Sidel.
Please remain seated until the podcast comes to a complete stop and the doors have opened. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the episode. On behalf of all of our crew, thanks for traveling with us, and we hope you have a happy and memorable visit here at DL Weekly.